Greetings YouTube, Joe here with Culination Media, and welcome back to the very next episode of Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. This is episode number 45, and as you can see, we are back at Realgum Tower taking on some more battle CDs, and in this episode and the next episode, we're going to be completing the battle CDs that we picked up from the Hexagon Brothers in the last episode, and I wanted to make sure that I get these out of the way before the amount of battle CDs that we have that are incomplete start to pile up, and then we end up being here for, 5 to 10 episodes completing all of them, because I'd much rather just complete it as we go and do 1 or 2 episodes at a time and then go back to the storyline so things flow a little bit nicer and all that good stuff, because everybody likes good flow, right? Of course. Alright, so we have battle CD number 8 here. We have a Zangoose at level 45 against a Cradily at level 50, so he has the level advantage, obviously. But you want to begin by doing Swords Dance with Zangoose 3 times in a row, so you want to max out your attack. Cradily on the first turn is going to go for an Ingrain, which will allow it to regain some of its health on every turn, and it works well in tandem with the Leftovers item that it is also holding, so it will increase its recovery time by a lot. So it's going to be recovering a lot of health on each turn. After using, what was it? Ingrain. Had a little brain fart there. Haha, as usual. After it uses Ingrain on the first turn, it's going to proceed to use Barrier 3 times in a row before it starts to attack you. So it's going to be boosting and maxing out its physical defense stat. And considering Flamethrower is going to do almost no damage with Zangoose's horrible special attack, we're not even going to bother with that. And also, because of the defense raises, we're not going to get anywhere, at least not in time, to knock out Cradily before he kills us. So, what do we need to do? We just need to spam Slash, because it has a high critical hit ratio, and we're also holding the Scope Lens item, which is going to even further increase the chances that we may get a critical hit in the first place. And the little unwritten rule that this surrounds is the fact that when you do get a critical hit, it bypasses any raises in defense or defensive stats by the target. So the 3 barriers that Cradily has thrown up are going to mean nothing, and it's only going to go based off of 2 times whatever the attack normally would do, considering our attack raises, but not the defensive raises of the Cradily. And there's the critical hit, and as you can see, despite being not very effective, by bypassing those defenses, Cradily just has no shot to survive that. And that's going to wrap up this battle CD. Not that difficult, as long as you can pull off the critical hit before Acid lowers your defense and you get killed in like 2 hits after that. You're good to go. Not that difficult. It's just about spamming the Slash there. And I'm all good at spamming, right? Yeah. Alright, so we get a Super Potion for our efforts, which really doesn't do anything for us because I have so many freaking Super Potions in my pack anyway. I guess we can just go in order here and go to Battle CD number 16. And this is going to be the Slowpoke Family Feud CD. So it's a double battle with unlimited turns, and we have Sharpedo and Misdreavus on our team. And the opponent's team, they begin with Slowpoke and Slowbro, and then after one of them is KO'd, we will also send out a Slowking to round things out. Now, the interesting part about this battle, at least on your side, is that, well, there's a couple of interesting things, actually. One of them is that Sharpedo only knows Thrash. That's the only move it knows. So, yeah, you're going to end up getting confused if you don't do something, right? And that's pretty much going to be the death of you, because Sharpedo's defense is awful and its attack is very high. So if it hits itself, it's not going to be very good for you. We get lucky with the critical hit there on Slowpoke on the first turn, and that knocks him out. So the key to doing this so that Sharpedo doesn't get confused is by using Skill Swap. And, oh, I think I just used it on the wrong... I should have used it on Slowpoke. Crap. I might have to start this over. We'll see if I can make it through without it, but I'm going to explain what it was supposed to be to begin with, because I must have misclicked or just wasn't paying attention. Not sure which it was. Maybe a little bit of both. I don't know. But anyway, with Misdreavus, you want to use Skill Swap on Slowpoke so that you can swap your Levitate ability with Misdreavus for Slowpoke's own tempo, which prevents confusion. Then on the following turn, you can use Skill Swap with Sharpedo and Misdreavus, and swap Misdreavus' now own tempo ability with the Rough Skin ability of Sharpedo, so now Sharpedo cannot be confused by Thrash, and it can just use Thrash every turn, and not have to worry about anything else. And considering Slow King and Slowbro both only know Confusion, and Sharpedo is a Dark type, you're completely safe, from all kinds of damage, and you're basically just gonna win. That's all there is to it. But since I misclicked, Sharpedo is gonna get confused, and hopefully it's not this turn. Use Pain Split to recover a little bit of health there, and they basically will just focus on Misdreavus, obviously, because that's the only Pokemon they can hit, so they want to get rid of Misdreavus as fast as possible. And unfortunately, Sharpedo does get confused because that was the third turn. I also wasn't paying attention to that. So it's between 2 and 3 turns for confusion for Thrash. Alright, we'll use Confuse Ray. Oh, but I guess it doesn't matter because I have Thrash here. Is that going to kill him? Ah, almost. Okay, so I might just get through this without dying, even despite doing it incorrectly. Getting lucky with that critical hit, and then being able to attack while confused is helping. And goes for the confusion. He attacks even though he's confused. And, almost takes out Misdreavus. And I guess we're just going to have to rely on Thrash hitting because there's nothing else that we can do here. And, yeah, we don't have any other Pokemon. There's nothing. We don't have any items. Oh boy. Alright. Well, Pain Split also is not going to do any damage, really, because, well, we pretty much have the same HP, so splitting the same HP isn't going to do much. But I might as well just use Skill Swap, because it just doesn't matter. Oh, and Sharpedo attacks again, even despite being confused. And that's going to take Slowbro out, so despite me being retarded and not doing what I'm supposed to do, even though I know exactly what you're supposed to do, I just didn't do it, we still somehow come out on top, and we've cleared Battle CD number 16 based on luck, sheer luck. For once, the luck is in my favor, and we're gonna get a full heal for our efforts, which is actually something that I'll use because full heals cure everything, so it's good to have a lot of them with you at all times. Okay, well, I wanted to see if you can see the abilities here. I'm guessing that Slowpoke is the one that has the own tempo and Slowbro has Oblivious. So I just wasn't thinking there. Oh well. And I think Slow King has, whatchamacallit, own tempo as well. But oh well, moving on. We'll do Volcanic Reaction, Battle CD number 19. And in this battle, you have to be very, very precise. Because you have a 2-turn limit to knock out all 3 of Gepard's Pokemon. He has a Muk, a Manectric, and a Gengar. And you can't really mess around here. They have to all be defeated by the 2nd turn. So we kind of need to figure this out quickly. We don't have a lot of time to waste here. But if you do things right, it's not that difficult of a battle. Okay. Well, Gepard is going to be starting out with Muk and Manectric. Muk is a pure poison type, and Manectric is a pure electric type. And they're both weak to ground, which is interesting. So we may look for that, but that's not going to be the case. What you want to do is actually take advantage of Flareon's Flash Fire ability. And as you can see, it looks like Golem is going to be faster here. And I believe he either knows Explosion or Self-Destruct. So we're going to use Flamethrower on Golem and use Explosion with Golem so that Golem can go first, use Explosion, Feint, hopefully not knock out Rhydon because of him being resistant to it. Couldn't think of the words there. And then knock out both of the opponent's Pokemon. So Rhydon's going to survive. You need to not get a critical hit on Rhydon, obviously. The Explosion still kills Muck, even though he used Acid Armor to bolster his defenses. Netric is very fragile when it comes to physical defense, so he's going to go down very easily as well. And Golem, of course, is the one that exploded in the first place, so he goes down. We have a choice between Swellow and Flareon. And all we have to do is knock out this Gengar in one hit. So what you want to do is send out Flareon here, so that Rhydon can use Flamethrower on Flareon and boost its firepower with its Flash Fire ability. Now, we'll use Flamethrower on Gengar just in case, and he's going to go for the Will-O-Wisp, I'm guessing, on Rhydon to burn him, which doesn't make a lot of sense, but then again, he's just trying to survive, so lowering Rhydon's attack isn't a bad move there. We go for the Overheat, which has 140 base power, and it's increased even more so with the Flash Fire boost, and it still doesn't knock out Gengar. That's just a testament not to how bulky Gengar is, but rather to how awful Flareon's special attack is. Anyway, the Flamethrower was luckily able to save the day and knock out the Gengar, so we were able to make our 2-turn time limit. And that does it for Battle CD number 19. And I believe we get a Burn Heal for this. But I'm going to stop here, and in the next episode, we're going to move on to the last 3 Battle CDs that we have for now, and then we'll head on back to Phoenix City. Thanks for watching, everyone, and stay tuned for episode 46. Game on!